Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The improbable run of the Chicago Cubs, 82-80 to win the NL Central, the worst record to ever make an FSBL postseason, has them a win away from the World Series. Ron Santo's clutch two-run homer in the top of the eighth snapped a 1-1 tie to back Fergie Jenkins and bring the Cubbies back to Wrigley, having two chances to pick up one win. Chicago turns to Bill Hands on 3 days rest, bypassing Bill Hutchison, who has been hammered twice this postseason. Hands threw an impeccable shutout in Game 3, following up a stellar Game 3 start against the defending champion Giants in the division series. The Dodgers will start Clayton Kershaw, 1-0, 2.45 in the playoffs, and the Game 2 winner. He'll look to match Hands while hoping the Dodgers lineup, batting .239 in the playoffs, can break out and force Game 7. Game 6 at Wrigley, there you see Bill Hands and his impressive numbers to this point. He's not striking anybody out, but he's not walking anybody either. He's made every big pitch he has had to in 2 postseason starts. And he will open up here against Jackie Robinson. Robinson banked .244. Greatly appreciate you tuning in for Game 6. Robinson first pitch swing, grounds it foul. Midlife crisis joins us. Let's go Bruins. Cubbies certainly seem to have been the favorite in the streams here. People liking the underdog story. Breaking ball, Robinson pulls it foul, and Hands is ahead of Robinson 0-2. Hands has done that in both of his postseason starts. He has been ahead of hitters on a pretty much consistent basis. Gets him with a slider away. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 pitches. Down goes Jackie Robinson for out number 1 here in Game 6. Cubs turning to Hands on 3 days rest, skipping over Bill Hutchison. Hutchison had a terrific rookie season during the year, but he has gotten thumped twice in the playoffs. And the Cubs deciding that they would go with Hands here. The other rookie, Lon Warnecki, would probably start Game 7. With Fergie Jenkins able to come out of the bullpen. Fergie would only be on 2 days rest, but Jenkins would be there to back him up if needed. 1-1 the count here as Hands works to Willie Davis. Hartnett sets the side. Hands delivers. Fastball up high, and Davis gets on top of that one. That was a fastball up in the zone. Davis gets on top of it and grounds it into right for a 1-out single. You see, that was up in the zone, and Davis grounds it through the hole. So speed on the base paths with Davis. That'll bring up Zach Wheat. Wheat batting .256. In the postseason, he had an even .300 average during the regular season. Homer and 3 RBIs for Wheat. Hens takes a glance over at Davis, delivers. Runner goes, throw down to second from Hartnett, no shot at him. Davis swipes the bag easily, and the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position. Throw from Hartnett a little bit to the shortstop side. Not sure he would have had a shot at him anyway. 1-1 the count for Wheat. Roy Campanella waits on deck. Slider misses, it's 2-1. Hands blowing on the hand here in a cool October night in the Windy City. Jackets abound in the stands here at Wrigley. 2-1 offering. Wheat fouls off the 2-seamer. The count goes to 2-2. And glances at Davis. Comes inside, fastball up and in, and he strikes out Wheat. So Hands, we mentioned in the intro, hasn't been picking up the strikeouts. He only struck out 3 batters over the first 2 games, but he's got 2 strikeouts here in the first of Game 6. Perhaps amped up a little bit, given the ramifications of a possible victory here. Here's Campanella. Campanella's batting .275. Ground ball in the hole. That's a base hit. Hafko comes up throwing. Davis coming around. The throw will not be in time. It's an RBI single for Roy Campanella, and the Dodgers have struck here in the first. It's 1-0 LA. Out over the plate, and Campanella drives it through the hole into left. And now, here's the man the Dodgers really need to get going, Dan Brothers. 9th in the league in batting during the regular season, another 300 campaign, but he has hit 154 in the postseason. He had 2 homers in Game 1 of the division series against Cole Hamels, and has done virtually nothing since then. Fastball misses down and away. There you see, Brothers hit .305 during the regular season. 1-1 pitch from Hands. This is outside. It's 2-1. Wayne March joins us. How are you, my friend? Good to see you as always. I hope this Friday night is treating you well. 2-seamer down low. Brothers fouls it off. Hands delivers. Brothers skies it out to left center. Lang playing him very far, but Hafko comes on and makes the grab in shallow left center. RBI single from Roy Campanella gets the Dodgers on the board in the first. We head to the bottom half at Wrigley. Dodgers 1. Cubs coming up. And on the hill for LA, Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw 9-14 on the year, despite the solid low 3s ERA. Again, we're not getting enough. I don't know what's happened in the postseason, especially in this series for whatever reason. We're not getting the away pitchers stat placard for whatever reason. That's happened in a couple of games. Here's Bill Lang. Lang batting .324. First pitch from Kershaw, fastball. High, Lang chases it and fouls it off. Kershaw allowed 3 runs, 2 earned in the Game 2 win. Curveball here, bends, misses outside. It's 1-1. Kershaw deals, fastball misses inside. Two-one pitch, fastball, swung on and missed. Kershaw working on his normal rest. Hands working on 3 days rest. Big bender from Kershaw, freezes Lang, strikeout at the knees, and there's 1 away. Here's Phil Cavaretta. Cavaretta batting .278. Fastball from Kershaw, misses up high. 5 RBIs in the postseason for Cavaretta. Kershaw deals, fastball swung on and missed. Kershaw deals again. Fastball up and in, ties Cavaretta and knocks, and the count goes to 1-2. Cubs win, they will head to the World Series. Dodgers win, we'll be back at Wrigley for a Game 7. Slider misses down and away, 2-2 the count. Shaw deals, fastball off the plate, Cavaretta trying to protect. Fouls it off. The count at 2-2. Fastball up and in, popped up. Campanella sheds the mask, puts it away for out number 2. Good job by Campanella. That ball didn't have a lot of hang time on it. Your Cubs lineup, Lang, Cavaretta, and Santo. Nicholson, Hack, and Hartman. Dahlin, Hafko, and Darwin Barney. Batting in the 9 hole, Barney getting the start over Javi Baez. Again, the Cubs have gotten no hits from the second base position, Baez and Barney, throughout the postseason. They have gotten hits from this man, Ron Santo, including the big one in Game 5, the tie-breaking 2-run homer in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch, Kershaw in for a called strike. Fastball there. Santo fouls it off, and Kershaw's ahead of him 0-2. Campanella wants it up. Kershaw delivers. Gets it up. It's looped out to right field. Reeser drifting over. He'll get there. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 first for Clayton Kershaw. We head to the second here at Wrigley. NLCS Game 6. Dodgers lead it 1-0. So here's Ripper Collins. Collins batting .333 in the playoffs. He's got a homer. That's also his own RBI. Pitches to get through the first for Bill Hands. Opens up here with a 2-seamer away. Delivers. 2-seamer at the knees for a called strike. Matthew Ross has the home plate duties tonight, as though that matters at all to anybody. But the best fictional umpire crew in the business. 1-1 the count. Hands delivers. Collins stays with the breaking ball, pulls it foul. Hands looking in. 1-2 offering. Fastball away. Collins fouls it off. And as terrific as Hands has been, and again, he has been sensational in his 2 postseason starts. He has not struck out many batters, but he struck out a pair in the first. Collins rips this one into right. Nicholson gets over and cuts it off. Collins wisely holds with a single. But the leadoff man is on here in the top of the second. Here's Pete Reeser. Reeser batting .211. Collins doesn't figure to be running. Fastball in for a called strike. Reeser hit .314 during the regular season, a very solid year. Part-time duty. Curveball misses down and in. A little bit more than part-time. Fastball, a called strike. So Hands ahead of Reeser, 1-2 here. Here's the pitch. Big curveball gets him, strike 3. Third strikeout for Hands. Again, as we mentioned, Hands had only struck out 3 guys combined in his first 2 starts. He's got 3 already. Lopes lines this one in the right. That's a base hit. Nicholson comes up and throws. Collins goes in the third. The throw comes in to Cavaretta. And the Dodgers have runners out on the corners with 1 away here in the top of the second. Good work from Davey Lopes, and now it's up to Bill Russell to try to get another run home. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Fastball on the inside corner from Hands for a called strike. 241, no homers, 2 RBIs for Russell in the playoffs. Crowd here in Chicago trying to get behind Bill Hands here. Get him through this jam. Slider misses away. It's 1-1. Fastball rides inside. 2-1 the count. Hands deals. Russell pulls it out. Jackie Robinson waits on deck for LA. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3 at the knees. Russell doesn't like it, but he'll grab a seat. fourth strikeout for Hands. Borderline pitch. Hands gets the call, and now it's up to Robinson to get the run in. 2 down. Jackie's 0 for 1. Fastball in for a called strike. Robinson struck out his first time up. Delivers. Robinson, fly ball out to right center, hit pretty well. Nicholson has a bead on it though, puts it away. And the side is retired, so Hands bends but doesn't break in the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Dodgers 1, Cubs nothing. Here's Bill Nicholson. Nicholson batting .242. Homer and 5 RBIs in the playoffs. Of course, Nicholson, a dynamic rookie season. He will compete for Rookie of the Year honor to Chase Utley of the Phillies. Utley is the favorite. 1-0 offering there. Catches the inside corner. 1-1. Shot down the left field line. Slices foul into the seats. 1-2 the count. Kershaw deals. Fastball, so I started. They call that a slider. Kind of looked like it didn't really move very much. Perhaps that's what threw him off. Strikeout there, 1 away. Here's Stan Hack. Curveball misses away. 306, a homer and 3 RBIs for Stan Hack. Midlife crisis. Chase Utley is the man. He had a terrific rookie campaign. Juan Samuel had done a good job for the Phillies over the first 3 years of the FSBL, but Utley went from splitting time to taking over the full-time role pretty quickly here in year 4. Stan Hack doing Stan Hack things, lines a base hit into left. As Beatles Eternally joins us, Beatles says, "Come on, Cubbies." Cubbies definitely got the support in this series from the crowd. Here's Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett has had a terrific postseason. He's now at 344. A disappointing regular season for Gabby Hartnett. Seems to have dissipated rather quickly. 0-1 the count. Beatles knows Stan Hack is awesome. It feels like every time Beatles is in here, Stan Hack gets a couple of hits. Beatles has touted his love for Stan Hack multiple times throughout this postseason. Hack needs to give Beatles a portion of his contract. 1-1 the count. Kershaw delivers, breaking ball, misses outside. 2-1. Kershaw from the set. Fastball fouled off. Kershaw deals. Ground ball to short. This could be 2, 6, 4, 3. Double play, and the side is retired. So Kershaw gets the ground ball. He wanted a room service hop for Bill Russell at short. And the double play is turned. We'll head to the third here at Wrigley. Game 6 of the NLCS. Dodgers lead it 1-0. Willie Davis, 1 for 1. Singled and then scored. He stole second. And then scored on the Campanella single. Two-seamer down low for Hands. Bill Hands was terrific in Game 3 of the division series against the Giants. That gave the Cubs a 2-1 lead in that series. Again, the Giants, up until this year, the only National League pennant winner that the National League has known. They took it all 3 years of the FSBL, losing the World Series in year 1. than winning it the last 2 years. That ball hit hard by Davis, but out to Nicholson, who's there. Puts it away. Out number 1. And that'll bring up Zach Wheat. Carlos Yaz checks in. How are you, Carlos? Come on, Cubbies, he says. Beatles, all hands on deck for the Cubbies in this one. I'm not sure if that's a Bill Hands joke or a legitimate. The Cubs are up 3-2 in the series, so they don't need all hands on deck in this one yet. Diving grab, Andy Pafko. Pafko takes a hit away, a sensational grab out in left field from the rookie. Andy Pafko, a terrific play, and there's 2 down here in the third. Hands getting some help from his defense, tips the cap to Rob Stan Hack. Here's Campanella. Campanella had the RBI single in the first. So, just for those of you who came in after and kind of tying into what Beatles just asked about all hands on deck. So Bill Hutchison was scheduled to start this game. It was his turn in the rotation. But Hutchison has gotten hammered twice. So, skip Hutchison. It's a weak ground ball to third. Santo charges. Campanella not even in the frame yet. Santo throws him out. And the side is retired. So, defense helps Bill Hands there in the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Dodgers 1, Cubs nothing. So they skip Hutchison to use Hands on 3 days rest. If this goes to a 7th, they probably still would bypass Hutchison just because he's pitched so badly. Lon Warnecki would start on 3 days rest. And Fergie Jenkins would have 2 days rest, so Fergie would kind of be first man up out of the bullpen if they were in a struggle, and then that would obviously become a kind of an all hands on deck situation. Really, Hands would actually be the only guy probably not available for that game. Although I think they'd stay away from Hutchison. If they made the World Series, Hutchison may slide it back into the rotation. We'll see. But I think it's probably the last we've seen of Hutchison for this series. Doug Hunt, how are you, Doug? Good to see you. Pafko steps in after that terrific play in the top half of the third. Carlos is still amazed about that catch that Wheat made in the last game. What? Yeah, that was an unbelievable double play from Zach Wheat. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Davey Lopes. So the Dodgers decide to flash a little leather here as well. Lopes playing second. Remember that George Pinckney not playing well. Lopes has started at second the past few games. Jackie Robinson has moved to play third. Here's Darwin Barney. Cubs still looking for their first hit out of the second base position this entire postseason. Barney, the better defender than Javi Baez. Baez has gotten the bulk of the playing time. But Barney's defense in there for Hands today. 1-1 the count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning of Game 6. Fastball pulled down. One-two offering from Kershaw. Barney is chewed up. Fastball down and in, and the side is retired. So we're a third of the way through here in Game 6. We head to the top of inning number 4. Dodgers lead it 1-0. Settling in for a good one. I'll tell you, both these league championship series have just been great series. The Twins and Red Sox are in an absolute dogfight in that series as well. So here's Dan Brothers. Brothers is old. He is now batting 150 in the postseason here this year. 1-1 to count. And you thought that Brothers was going to take off Game 1 of the division series, Cole Hamels, who won the NL ERA title this year. Brothers took Hamels deep not once but twice. Brothers has basically done nothing since that game. 1-2, Hands ahead of him. Breaking ball inside, Brothers lays off. 2-2 the count. And steals. Brothers pulls it just foul outside first. Past a diving Cavaretta. And the count holds at 2-2. Fastball just high. Count goes full. Beatles looking for Kershaw to get rattled just like real life. Yeah. It's funny. So, a little behind the fourth wall discussion here as Brothers pops this one up. Hartnett sheds the mask, puts it away for out number 1. So when it comes down to like a debatable situation, do I go for, as Ripper Collins steps in here, does a team start a guy on 3 days rest or not? Do they have a guy who's perhaps a little bit lesser pitcher start on full rest, or bring the better guy, or the hot hand, like in Phil Hands' case, gets to start on 3 days rest? I basically enter all the parameters as a prompt in ChatGPT, and I let ChatGPT analyze it. As I've said, decision-making kind of stuff, other than like the ends of games, the bullpen and batting order, stuff like that. But I really try to take as much control out of my own hands in this project. I obviously created the whole thing. I rated all the players and all that kind of stuff. But I really try to take a lot of decisions, stuff like that, out of my own hands as much as possible. And when it was evaluating the Dodgers for this game, one of the things they mentioned about Kershaw, they actually mentioned it says, Kershaw, who struggles in the postseason normally, but in this sim is doing fine. It's like, geez, even ChatGPT crapping on Clayton Kershaw. 1-1 the count here. His hands works the reason. Hands, rocks, and fires. These are high fly ball to right. This is hit fairly well, but it'll stay in the yard. Nicholson retreats, puts it away, and the side is retired. So down go the Dodgers in the top of the fourth. Hands seems to have settled himself in. We'll head to the bottom half. Lang, Cavaretta, and Santo, the top of the Cubbies order, due up. Lang struck out his first time up. 33 pitches through 3 for Kershaw. Cubs got to try to make him work a little bit harder than that. Fastball is fouled off. And the Cubs, the old weren't supposed to be here situation. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-2. That one misses up high. 2 pitch. Ball fouled off. The Cubbies, as I said, the Cubs weren't supposed to be here, so you can imagine the Cubs pressing, although at this point, you've already taken down the 2-time defending champions. But still, knowing you're a game away from the World Series. Different kind of nerves. Lang grounds out to Robinson for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Phil Cavaretta. Cavaretta 0 for 1. Popped out his first time up. This one popped into shallow right. Lopes goes out. He's under it. Puts it away for out number 2.
Up next to the Cubs, the third baseman,
So here's Santo. Santo flew out his first time up. Again, Santo, the huge Game 5 homer. Top of the 8th inning, right after the Dodgers. Remember, the Dodgers tied that game on their first hit of the game against Fergie Jenkins in the bottom of the 7th. Campanella's RBI single was the first hit for the Dodgers. And then after the terrific Zach Wheat play that a good friend Carlos mentioned in the chat, diving stop and then throwing home, turn the double play. Wheat, after that, it seemed like the Dodgers had taken all the momentum. And Ron Santo said, "The heck with that." 2-run jack gave the Cubs the 3-1 lead, and that was the final. Rips a single here. 2-down man on first. Here's Bill Nicholson. Nicholson is 0 for 1. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Nicholson whiffed his first time up. Midlife crisis. I think Kershaw was scarred in 08 against the Phillies as a rookie and just never overcame it. I mean, it's just plausible as anything else. You know, for a guy who has been as good as Kershaw to have as many postseason blow-ups as he's had. You know, it's a different mentality for Shaw to be someone who excels in that kind of a spot. Kershaw from the second. Kershaw's been a very good postseason pitcher here in the FSBL. Dodgers' problem has been offense. It started off very strong offensively here in year 4. That calmed down as the season went on. Wicked slider from Kershaw. Nicholson didn't have a chance there. Frozen in the batter's box, and the side is retired. We head to the 5th at Wrigley. Dodgers trying to force Game 7. They lead it 1-0. Here's Lopes. He singled his first time up. Lopes now up to 292 in the playoffs. High fly ball, shallow left. Half-go coming on, gets there. And there's one away. Dodgers got their run in the first inning. Willie Davis single. He stole second, then scored on an RBI single from Roy Campanella. Only run of the ball game to this point. Here's Bill Russell. He takes a curveball, strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Russell loops this one out to right. Long run. It's going to bloop in there. Barney can't get to it. Neither can Nicholson. Bill Russell drops a bloop single into right field. So 1-out hit for Russell. That'll turn the order over for the Dodgers and bring up Jackie Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 2. Fastball in for a called strike. Robinson is struck out and flown out. He's only batting .233 in the playoffs. His big playoff moment, the home run to lead off Game 5 in the decisive division series game against the Phillies. Two-seamer in for a called strike. 0-2. You see Robinson picking it up a little bit. 6 for his last 19. Getting him going would obviously be huge for the Dodgers. It's this one out to right. Nicholson barely has to move. Puts that one away for the second out. Carlos says, Kershaw may have his faults, but he has made more money than me in several lifetimes. Amen, brother. That's and I mean, it's so hard to dog Kershaw because the guy's been so great for his career. I mean, Pete Kershaw's run there. Look at those numbers again sometime, and just take in just how dominant the guy was. Just absolutely sensational. Slider misses up and away. The postseason stuff gets brought up, and obviously it's fair game, but it shouldn't take away from just the incredible career the guy has had. Slider misses inside. It's 2-1. Delivers. Davis puts this one out in the left center. Long run for Pafko. He's not going to get there. Cuts it off nicely, though. Gets the throw in. They're going to send the runner home. Here's the relay throw from Dowling. Play the plate. They get Russell. And the side is retired. terrific play by Pafko there. I thought that had gotten past Pafko and gotten to the wall. But Pafko snares it, hits the cutoff man. Dowling makes a strong throw to the plate. And Bill Russell is thrown out. We'll take a look at this one again. And I don't use this replay feature nearly enough, but the game looks so good, I really should use this more. So look at this play from Pafko. Davis hits this ball well. Lang was playing with the pull, so Lang is going to be nowhere near him. Here's the hop. Now, I thought that was going to go past him. This is a great job by Pafko to corral this. Now, and he sets quickly and throws. There you see Russell. Russell's getting to the bag before Dowling has the throw. All right, I don't mind that. Because you've had times in this game, not as badly as it was in year one, but you still have times in this game where the guy, like if Dowling has the ball like there, and the runner going to third will still go. But if he's turned the corner before the shortstop has it, I have no problem with that. You're trying to create a run. Dowling throws this one on a dime. And Hartnett gets it in plenty of time. Nothing Russell can do there. So huge play for the Cubbies. Now we start at the bottom of the fifth. Here's Stan Hack. Hack is 1 for 1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Hack 6 for 21 in the series. Pafko drawing praise from Beatles and Carlos in the chat. In addition to the crowd here at Wrigley Field. Fouls that one off. And the count is 0-2. Gets him with the slider. Kershaw whiffs Hack, who slams his bat in disgust. Fifth strikeout for Kershaw. Hack mad at himself there. Usually see Hack put up more of a fight than that, but Kershaw kind of chewed him up. Here's Hartnett. Hartnett's 0 for 1. Fastball. Ooh, high in the zone. Doesn't get the call. It's 1-0. Hartnett 333 in the series. A pair of doubles. Curveball misses down low. I know Dwayne doesn't usually do late night stuff, but obviously Dwayne, chime in here if you want to. But Beatles, were either of you guys going on after this? Just let the people in the chat know if you were planning on it. Hartnett swings and misses there. The count goes to 2-1. Kershaw deals. Fastball misses up high. 3-1 the count. Bad Bill Dowling waits on deck. Kershaw at a very economical 53 pitches at this point in the ballgame. Cubs have to make him work a bit more. Fastball misses up high. There's ball 4. So Hartnett draws the walk. Of course, Hartnett, the slowest guy, well, pretty much in baseball. But even so, the Cubs will take the base runner. 1 down. Here's Dowling. Dowling flew out his first time out. Clark, the Cubs, doing his gyrations and gesticulations on top of the dugout there, trying to get the crowd. Kershaw glances at Hartnett, though he doesn't figure to be going anywhere. Breaking ball misses down his leg. You try to get cute here with something like a hit and run with Hartnett, you better make sure that Dowling makes contact, because Hartnett will be thrown out by 30 feet if it doesn't work. One-0 pitch. Fine shot to first. Oh, great play by Brothers. Double play. That ball was scorched. Brothers makes the play and tags out Hartnett. Double play to end the fifth. Oh, my goodness. So the Cubs, this is an AI move. This isn't my move. So they started Hands on the 3 days rest. And Hands has had to work. But his pitch count wasn't hugely high. But the Cubs are taking Bill Hands out of this game after 5. A surprising move there. That's an interesting one. I mean, I forget what his meter was at. He was at like 65% energy, 65 to 70%. I mean, it's 1-0. I still think, I know he labored a little bit early. He's given up the 6 hits. He's given up more than the hidden inning, but he hasn't walked anybody. I still think you probably let Hand start the 6 there. It's not an atrocious 3 days rest thing. You know, if they were down in the series, I'd have more of a problem with it. Like if this was an elimination game for the Cubs, I don't think you can take him out at that point. I still don't love it. I still wouldn't have taken him out, but I can cope with it given the situation more so than I would if the situation was different. Still a surprise though, but I originally came in here to check out the replay on Dan Brothers. Dallin scorches this. Brothers snares it and then tags Hartnett. Nothing. You can't blame Hartnett for that. That ball was hit so hard. I mean, it's not like Hartnett had wandered off the base. He broke back as soon as that was hit on the line. Terrific play by Brothers. So now Sean Marshall starts the 6th, and the Cubs are going to turn it to the bullpen. Line shot out to right. Nicholson ranges over, snags it for out number 1. Here's Campanella. Campanella's 1 for 2. 9 for 22 in the series. He's got a single and an RBI. He has driven in 7 runs in this series. Marshall. Cutter misses down and in. Felix Rodriguez and Rick Sutcliffe are now throwing in the Cubs bullpen as well. The box score in this game doesn't tell you how many pitches a pitcher threw. I don't remember exactly what Hands' count was at, but it wasn't high. I think that was an inning too quick. I think you got to at least let Hands start the 6th there. Two and 1. Marshall deals. Campanella stalled it to right, but foul. Count goes to 2 and 2. Marshall deals fastball inside. Cutter gets Campanella. So 2 up, 2 down for Marshall here in the 6th.
The batter, number 0.
So now here's Brothers. Terrific play in the field. Now he'll try to see if he can get the bat going along with it. Brothers is 0 for 2. Slider misses away. It's 1-0. And you see Brothers 2 for 19 in the series. It's about as cold as you're going to see Dan Brothers at the plate. Fastball in for a called strike. It's 1-1. Marshall delivers. Curveball swung on and missed. Count 1 and 2. Hartnett sets up away. Marshall breaking ball. Brothers puts it out to center. Long run for Lang coming on. He's got to play it on the hop. And that's respect. Because as cold as Dan Brothers is, Bill Lang was playing him out near the lake. Lang was way back there. Brothers drops one in front of him. So now here's Ripper Collins, moved to his weaker right side. Collins is 1 for 2. Pulls this one down to third. Santo throws the second for the 4th. And the side is retired. So Marshall does a good job in the 6th in relief. Bottom of the Cubbies order coming up. Pafko, Barney, and Lang. Cubs trail. Game 6, 1-0 here at Wrigley. Here's Andy Pafko, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his last time up. 4 for 12 in the series. He's got a homer. Terrific. 2 really good defensive plays because he had that diving catch before as well. And just throwing out a runner at the plate. Kershaw averaging 11 pitches an inning. Cubs gotta make him work harder than that. Fastball on the inside corner. Kershaw's ahead of Pafko here, 0-2. Oh, wow. That certainly looked like strike 3. Kershaw doesn't get the call. Just kind of nods. You can see Kershaw wanted that pitch, though. 1-2 offering. Breaking ball, lined it to right, and it's a base hit. And now Kershaw's going to be more mad about getting squeezed on that 0-2 pitch. Goes from a strikeout to a base runner. Tying run is on first to lead off the bottom of the 6th for Chicago as Pafko puts a single into right. So now here's Darwin Barney. I wouldn't be surprised if they ask Barney to bunt here. Light at the bat. Did not show a sign of bunting there. Barney 0-1, struck out his first time up. He's 0-5 in the series. Again, the Cubs have not gotten a hit in the postseason from their second base position. Dying for Ryan Sandberg to join the club at some point. Not in the game as of yet. 2-0 the count. Kershaw from the slow set again. Delivers. Fastball misses up high, and Kershaw is behind the 9-hitter, who has no hits in the postseason. He's behind him 3-0. Kershaw from the set. Delivers. Curveball is in for a called strike. 3-1 the count. Kershaw comes to that set again. Delivers. Fastball misses up high, ball 4. Kershaw walks Darwin Barney. And the Cubs have the first 2 men on with nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the order turns over for Bill Lang. Lang is 0-2. Lang was a terror in the division series against the Giants. He is 4-23 here in the NLCS. 0-2 today. Kershaw delivers, curveball, Lang swings, fouls it off. Carlos breaking out the rally cap. Crowd on its collective feet here at Wrigley. 0-1 the count. Breaking ball missed down there. It's blocked. Runners trying to move. Campanella's throw to third. Not in time. The runners move up on the wild pitch from Kershaw. Kershaw bounced it. Campanella kept it in front of him, but the runners have moved up. There's still nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Second and third for the Cubs. 1-1. Popped up foul ground. Brothers will watch it go into the seats. And the count is 1-2. Certainly not going to walk him to load the bases now. Could make the argument, but you have done that before. But ahead 1-2, you're going for the punch out here. Fastball misses up high. 2-2 the count to Bill Lang. Todd P., how are you, buddy? Virtual Steve Bartman has been pulled from the building. 2-2. Kershaw deals. Lang out into right. Coming on is Reeser. He gets there. Runner will not tag. Reeser a good, strong throw in. And there's one away. So now here's Cavaretta. Cavaretta has popped out twice. Kershaw is going to go after Cavaretta here. Lefty. Cavaretta's had a few big hits in this postseason for Chicago. He takes the first pitch fastball inside. Fastball on the outside corner gets the call. Ron Santo waits on deck, hoping for a chance to repeat his dramatics from Game 5. 1-1 offering from Kershaw. Cavaretta skies it again. It's shallow left field. coming on his Wheat, makes the catch, and again it's not deep enough for the runner to tag. Second and third, nobody out for the Cubs, and now there's 2 down. Now let's see, are they going to work to Santo here? Nicholson hit 41 homers during the season. Who's up next? But that would be lefty-lefty. This is debatable. Again, I don't get involved till the 7th. I would probably walk Santo here to load the bases and go after Nicholson. Especially on the heels of Santo having the big hit in Game 5, I would probably load the bases here and take the force. We'll see if the Dodgers live to regret it. Kershaw ahead of him 0-1. Breaking ball. Santo, high fly ball to left. Wheat is going back. Wheat's at the wall. And he makes the grab against the ivy. Ron Santo just misses a 3-run homer. And the Cubs come away with nothing. Second and third, nobody out. And the Cubs fail to get the tying run in. Felix Rodriguez will come on in the 7th for the Cubs, but that is a devastating, potentially, inning for Chicago. Pete Reeser will open up the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 2 today. Yup, as Beatles says, pivotal inning, Cubs must capitalize. Hug from Carlos says it all. Slider. Reeser can hold up. In a season where the Cubs have come through, a postseason where the Cubs have come through into so many big spots, that one really hurts. Credit, of course, to Kershaw as well to get out of that jam. Because that had the feeling when he walked Darwin Barney, I thought that inning could come unraveling on Kershaw pretty quickly. Slider misses inside. The count's 1-2. Rodriguez from the set. Reeser, fly ball to right. Nicholson going back, still going back. This ball's carrying. That ball's out of here. Pete Reeser drops it into the basket in right. His 2nd home run of the postseason, and the Dodgers have the insurance run. That ball just kept going. Nicholson kept going back. I did not think that ball was going to get out of here. Too much plate, and Reeser goes out and gets it. And this ball just carried into the basket in right. And a terrible 5 minutes for the Cubs. 2-0 Dodgers. Here's Lopes. Fastball misses up high. Lopes is 1 for 2. Rodriguez deals. Lopes pops it up. Barney on the edge of the infield dirt. Puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Bill Russell.
A lot of the energy has left Wrigley, at least for the moment. Here's Russell. Russell is 1 for 2. Single back in the 5th and was thrown out. Trying to score. On the Zach Wheat shot into the gap. Oh, 0-1 pitch from Rodriguez. Fastball misses down low. 1-1 the count. Fastball at the knees. The count goes to 1-2. Wicked slider there from Rodriguez. Russell needed an oar to hit that ball, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Order turns over. Here's Robinson. Jackie is 0 for 3. Rodriguez deals. Fastball in for a called strike. Robinson flew out his last time up. Rodriguez deals. Robinson pulls it. Base hit for Jackie in the left. It's a 2-out single. See how aggressive the Dodgers get with trying to run Robinson.
Now batting, the center fielder, Willie.
Try to get him in a scoring position and pick up another run. Here's Willie Davis. I want to see something. They never put a lefty up. They only have one lefty left. We'll let Rodriguez work to Davis, but if Davis gets a hit, may get French in to work for Wheat. Willie Davis 2 for 3 on the day. Slider in there for strike one. That is not where Rodriguez wants that pitch, though. That's right where the pitch was that Reeser put into the basket out and right. 0-1 the count. Rodriguez deals. Fastball in there and he's ahead of Davis 0-2. Felix Rodriguez trying to stop a potential push from the Dodgers here. 0-2 offering. Fastball at the letter, strike 3 called. Down goes Davis. And the side is retired. But Pete Reeser gets the Dodgers an insurance run. 7th inning stretch time. Guess talking about drinking fitting for Harry Carey at Wrigley. That's all right. A little Freudian slip there. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 Dodgers. Here's Bill Nicholson. Kershaw at 75 pitches. Nicholson has struck out both times up. Feel like you gotta have bullpen action just in case. Oh, they do. Hooten and Howe. All right, good job. Good job, AI. We like when you do the right thing. Kershaw to Nicholson. Fastball is fouled off. At 6th inning, still reverberating through Wrigley Field here. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out with what at the time was a 1-0 ball game. And the Cubs couldn't get the run home. 2 shallow fly balls. Got nothing. Cavaretta goes down. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Kershaw whiffs him. 6th strikeout for Kershaw, and there's one away.
Designated hitter, Dan Hack.
Straight cheddar there from Kershaw. Here's Hack, 1 for 2. Hack pops it shallow left. Russell going out. Wheat coming in. Hartnett. Hartnett walked his last time up. Yeah, they've been very eager at the plate in this one. Kershaw still only at 79 pitches. Hartnett swings first pitch and pops it foul. Oh, 1 pitch. Curveball. Chopped out to second. Lopes has it. Flips to first, and the side is retired. 7 scoreless innings for Clayton Kershaw here in Game 6. A clutch performance from the left-hander. We head to the top of the 8th at Wrigley. Dodgers 2, Cubs nothing.
Your attention, please.
So now here's Sutcliffe making his 2nd appearance of the postseason. He worked a scoreless inning his first time. He will start off facing Zach Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 3. Lined out his last time up. Wheat 5 for 24 in the series, so just a little bit over 200. 0 for 3 on the night. Borderline pitch. Sutcliffe gets the call there. strike one. Sutcliffe goes away. Wow, Sutcliffe has gotten one on the inside corner and the outside corner. Enrico Palazzo behind the plate umpire, and those were two borderline pitches. Sutcliffe gets both of them. Curveball there, bounces in the dirt. Appreciate you all joining me here on what I hope has been a fun Friday night for you. And a hell of a ball game to watch here. Fastball up and in. 2-2 the count. Sutcliffe deals. Sweet fly ball to right. Nicholson is there. Puts it away for out number one. If this score holds and we go to a game 7, prevailing wisdom is Lon Warnecki would get the start. For the Cubs, Fergie Jenkins would be on 2 days rest. Jenkins would be available for a couple, maybe 3 innings out of the bullpen for the Cubbies. To help out there. You see Larry French, the lefty, Don Elston, the righty, working in the bullpen for Chicago. The Dodgers will have the opportunity to start either Dazzy Vance, who's been terrific on 3 days rest, or Preacher Rowe on full rest. Both of them have thrown terrifically in the postseason, so they could piggyback those two and get an inning or two out of Sandy Koufax if they want to. So the Dodgers are in a much better position heading into a game 7. That's no disrespect to Lon Warnecki. 2 down. Here's Brothers. He's 1 for 3. And a bloop single his last time up. Fastball in for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch from Sutcliffe. In there, good breaking ball. So Sutcliffe's ahead of Brothers 0-2. Fastball way out of the zone. Brothers won't chase that one. 1-2 the count. Fastball down and in. 2-2 as Sutcliffe works the Brothers here in the top of the 8th. Slider misses and the count goes full. Ripper Collins waits on deck for LA. Payoff pitch from Sutcliffe. Fastball misses up and in, ball 4. So Brothers draws the walk. Now, 2 outs, 1 on for Collins. Collins 1 for 3, singled in the second. Switch hitter goes to the left-hand side. Good slider from Sutcliffe in for strike 1. Sutcliffe from the set. Delivers. Good slider again, down and away. Collins fouls it off. Sutcliffe ahead of him, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Gets him. Back foot slider. Collins swings and misses. And the side is retired. So good work by Sutcliffe. Here in the 8th, we go to the bottom of inning number 8. Game 6 of the NLCS. Dodgers lead it 2-0. Kershaw still only at 81 pitches. Bear with me for a moment here. I want to make sure that there is still bullpen action going for the Dodgers, just in case. They have Saito, so they already have the closer up, and Steve Howe, which is what we want. Now for the Cubs. The Cubs bench is really weak in terms of offense. You could use Durham to get in there at some point. You could use Morin against a righty. Morin can't hit lefties. But really the rest of that bench is pretty poor offensively. So that's really the weak spot of this Cubs team. Dowling is 0 for 2. He's hit 286 in the postseason, so Dowling will certainly hit for himself here. Curveball. Misses down and away. 82 pitches for Clayton Kershaw here as we get into the bottom of the 8th. Another curveball misses. It's 2-0. The Dodgers would love to go straight from Kershaw to Santo. 2-0 pitch. Fastball on the corner. It's 2-1. Kershaw deals. Dallin fouls it off. Other side of the ledger, the Red Sox hold a 3-2 series lead over the Twins. That series heads back to Minnesota. Two and two the count. Kershaw delivers. Slider up and in, swung on and missed. Down goes Dallin. 7 strikeout for Kershaw, and there's one away here in the bottom of the 8th. Check out the sequence here from Kershaw. Right on that corner, stayed inside, then went away for the strikeout pitch. Here's Pafko. He's 1 for 2. Fastball misses down low. Pafko singled back in the 6th. He's 5 for 13 in the series. Kershaw deals. Fastball swung on and missed. Taking the crowd out of it at Wrigley. I think it's taking the crowd out of the chat, too. Nobody said anything since the Cubs failed to score with 2nd and 3rd and nobody out back in the 6th. A fall has come over Wrigleyville. 2-1 pitch. Kershaw misses up high. 3-1. Darwin Barney waits on deck. Fastball there is fouled off. Do not think we'll let Barney hit for himself. Payoff pitch from Kershaw to Pafko. High fly ball to left. Hooking foul. Breaking ball misses down low, ball 4. So Kershaw walks Pafko. I don't think Darwin Barney can hit for himself here. Let's see. It's really Baez, Woody English, and Happ. You know, English has actually had a couple of good at bats. Baez is hitless, so he's not a factor. I actually think Woody English Happ's only hitting 083. Woody English is going to get the pinch hit. So English, he's only pinch hit a couple times. That's 500 average. Don't read too much into that. English is actually the guy who hit the ball that Zach Wheat made the terrific catch on in Game 5 for that phenomenal double play. All right, now we're good. Kershaw to English. Pafko on first. 1 away. Kershaw now at 94 pitches. Carlos the Beatles pulling for the Cubbies. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. Bartman is gone. Still a chance. Poor Steve. One and 0 the count. Kershaw checks Pafko at first. Delivers. English grounds it foul. Kershaw from the set. Delivers. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. Russell flips to Lopes on the first. 6-4-3 double play, and the side is retired. 8 scoreless innings for Clayton Kershaw. Woody English, a pinch hit, 6-4-3 double play. Second double play the Cubbies have hit into in this one. We head to the ninth at Wrigley. Game 6 of the NLCS.
Now playing second.
Dodgers lead it 2-0, trying to force a Game 7. Check out this Cubs bullpen here. Reeser, so it's a lefty and two righties. Sutcliffe did a good enough job. We'll let Sutcliffe have a base runner.
Number 27.
Reeser is 1 for 3. His last time up, he put one into the basket out in right to give the Dodgers an insurance run. Fastball there, swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Sutcliffe trying to keep this a 2-run game and give the Cubs some hope for the rally in the bottom of the ninth. Clayton Kershaw has been exceptional for the Dodgers tonight. Reeser hacks at a slider up and in. Pops it in foul ground. Hartnett sheds the mask, puts it away, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 17.
So down goes Reeser. That'll bring up Davey Lopes. Lopes is 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. 3 for 10 in the series for LA. Sutcliffe fields for pitch fastball right down the middle for strike one. We'll see if the Dodgers let Kershaw come out for the ninth, or if they bring in the closers, Takashi Saito. I gotta think you're gonna let Kershaw start the ninth inning. Right around 100 pitches now. He's got to start the ninth, I think. Fly ball to right. Nicholson puts it away, and there's two down. So here's Russell. Russell is 1 for 3, singled in the fifth. Russell has quietly had a really good series. He's 7 for 18. Hitting 240 or so during the regular season. Fastball on the inside corner for strike one. Sutcliffe delivers. Russell pops it. Going out on it is Santo off the tip of the glove. Oh, Santo almost. That's a tough play. That'll be ruled a base hit. Santo has it go just off the tip of his glove. And it's a bloop single for Bill Russell. So here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson 1 for 4. This will be Sutcliffe's last hitter, regardless of what happens. That one, I'm not going to hold him accountable for that hit. Again, also try not to burn out the Cubs bullpen with the possible Game 7 looming as well. Kickoff throw over to first. Russell dives back in. One and 0 the count. Sutcliffe delivers. Fastball. Robinson fouls it off. Sutcliffe fields. Change up, down and in. 2-1 the count. Willie Davis waits on deck for the Dodgers. Sutcliffe fields. Robinson lines it. Caught at short by Bill Dowen, and the side is retired. Robinson hit that one hard. Top of the Cubbies order comes up. Bottom of the ninth inning of Game 6. Dodgers trying to force Game 7. Cubs trying to punch their ticket to the World Series. They'll need a rally to do it. 97 pitches. And Clayton Kershaw will start the ninth. Bill Lang leads things off. Lang is 0 for 3. Fastball misses outside for ball one. Crowd here at Wrigley on its feet. Fastball there, called up high. 2-0 the count. Kershaw deal. Lang, fly ball to center. Davis barely has to move. Puts it away for out number 1. So Lang is set aside. That's 100 pitches for Clayton Kershaw. Here's Cavaretta. He's 0 for 3. Blew out his last time up. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Cavaretta has actually had reverse splits in the postseason. 0-1 pitch. Slider way out of the zone. Cavaretta chases and nubs it foul. So now Kershaw is ahead of Cavaretta 0-2. Here's the pitch. Line shot right at short, right to Russell, and the Cubs are down to their final out here in Game 6. Cavaretta roped it, but right at Bill Russell. Here's Santo, 1 for 3, single back in the 4th. Trying to keep hope alive here for the Cubbies. Curveball misses down low. It's 1-0. Bill Nicholson, the power-hitting rookie, waits on deck. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-0. Campanella sets the sign. Kershaw deals. Santo, line drive towards the gap. Santo hammers this one. It's a one-hopper against the base of the wall. Davis gets the throw in. Close play at second. Davis throws out Santo. Oh, what a play by Willie Davis, and that's how Game 6 ends. Santo hits a tracer into the gap in left center. Davis plays it perfectly off the ivy as though this was his home field and throws a strike to second to gun down Santo. Can't blame Santo for going there. He hammers one into the gap. I mean, you're not going to hold in a single with a ball at the wall. But Davis with just a terrific throw. And that's how Game 6 ends for the Cubs. We will have a Game 7 in the NLCS. Oh my goodness. What a play by Willie Davis. Jackie Robinson giving Davis some love as they walk off the field. Thanks, Carlos. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, that was a fun one. Holy cow. I'll tell you, I say this regularly because I consider myself so incredibly fortunate how this league has played out. The postseasons, the regular seasons have been great, but the postseasons have just been so much fun. I get so many good games and just exciting things that happen. It's just been it's really been everything I ever could have imagined for this project to be. I mean, Davis plays that perfectly and throws an absolute one-hop dart right on the money. Lopes tags Santo, and that is how Game 6 ends. Bill Nicholson would have come up as the tying run. So Kershaw gets the win, a complete Game 4 hitter. Strikes out 7, walks 3, allows no runs. Bill Hands, 5 again. I still would have let Hands start the 6th. It didn't really play into the result at all. But Hands was solid, if unspectacular, on the 3 days rest. He did his job. But Kershaw was just sensational in this one. And we will have a Game 7 at Wrigley. First up will be Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. That will probably be late tomorrow night. Twins and Red Sox. Sox looking to punch their ticket to the World Series. Twins will be looking to force a Game 7 at the Metrodome. Thanks, Beatles. Appreciate that, buddy. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, this is always fun, like I said, and you guys in the chat certainly enhance that. So I appreciate it immensely. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other, everybody. And we will talk soon. The Dodgers take down the Cubs behind a shutout from Clayton Kershaw to force a Game 7.